Well, hello everybody. This is the first real world test of my new camera, my DJI Osmo 5 Pro. I don't know if it's obvious, but I've got it mounted on my head on a little bracket, like a elasticated thing. Anyway, let's see how this goes. The problem with having it on your head is that you... Oh, fuck me, I've knocked the number plate off that. Yeah, the problem with having it on your head is you can't actually see what it's recording. However, I've also got it paired to my phone, so I can look at my phone and see what it's seeing. So, just until I get used to it, we got it paired to the phone. So this is more of like a POV view, if you like. It's pretty much like you get on Pornhub. So my friends tell me. Not that I'd ever consider such a disgusting channel. Outrageous. Right. Anyway, as you can see, I've uncovered the should I tilt that down a bit? I think I want you to see what I'm seeing, and it's difficult to know how this is going to go. Anyway, let's just wing it. Let's wing it. What do I want to do? I want to scrap it. That's what I want. No, I'm joking. I've had a few comments about this, and the overwhelming opinion is that people want to see me get this going. I honestly don't know if I'm up to it. I don't know if I can fix this. This may be one too far, as I've probably alluded to in the past. I've got the DJI mic on as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. It'll be interesting to see what you think of this head-mounted POV view of things. It does keep both hands free, which is a wonderful thing. And it's still life in the old battery. What do I want to do? I have had... I'll try and find it on my phone actually. A very useful comment from a guy that suggested... God, I smell something burning. Hope it's not this bike. Let's turn it off just in case. Right, let me find it. Some tests I can carry out on the bike. Right, test scan 1961. That's not the guy I'm talking about, but he's one of the guys that wants me to go ahead and do this. There has to be a solution to this 250 scooter. I'm sure there is. Whether I have the intelligence to discover that solution is another thing. Alan Paris, please continue with this T50 scooter. I love this kind of challenge and his excellent viewing. I'll do my best, mate. I really will. Could be a bad ECU if it lost spark. That's what I'm thinking. That's Jason Carthew. Max Good, have you found any wiring information? Yes, I have. I think I replied to you actually. I'm just not that great at reading wiring diagrams, unfortunately. I'm trying to find that guy. I apologise, my memory's shite, but here we go. Oh yes, he's one of my regular commenters. You know, be quiet, you, not you. This is Pick Wizard, aka Stevie. Regularly comments on my shite channel. My unprofessional channel, so I'm told. I'm 100% sure you have, but my first scooter was a Sym, and you know I know you need to pull the brake lever in. Yes, you're quite right, I do. I can't remember if I did or not, but it's turning over now. If you have a multimeter, connect it to the coil to see if you have 12 volts. To test the coil, put the meter on ohms and test between the two connections to see if you have 0.17 ohms. Then test between the spark plug connector and one side of the coil and read 9 to 14 kilo ohms. You're basically testing the resistance of the coil. No 12 volts at the coil would suggest a CDI problem. That is brilliant, because that's just got some real figures there that I can actually poke my meter around without really having to know what I'm doing, and see if I'm getting the shut up garden camera to see if I'm getting the you know, the readings he suggests. I am definitely going to do that. However, before I do have a coil. I left it in the house. So anyway, this is the coil. So we are going to just pop this on and see if that gets us a spark back. Now, we know damn well it's not going to be that easy, don't we? It's never that easy. I think we can just lift that fucking whole thing out, can't we? Yeah! So, what do you think of the camera, guys? Is it an improvement? Right, where is the coil? It's got to be, right, it's down there. Right, need an 8mm spanner. So this is the difference as well. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but like, I need a spanner, so I'll walk off and get a spanner. The difference with having it on my head like this is that you guys come with me to get the spanner. Whereas previously, I would just walk away and then come back and then probably edit that bit out where I wasn't at the camera, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm talking bollocks. Okay. Right, so undo this coil and attach the new replacement, and everything will be working and everything will be hunky-dory, and then I can contact that company, order a new lock set, put it on, MOT it, sell it for a humongous profit. Yeah, okay. Get carried away there, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this on the head thing. We'll just bear with it for the time being. Like I say, it's a new camera. I've got to try different things, see which works. So, does it make the difference what way they go on? Fuck off, spider. Fucking great thing as well. I don't think it does. Well, I do, it does, but because these are different size connectors, but they seem to be on the opposite side to the one that's on there. But we'll run with it. We'll go with it. It's not a very tight fit, actually. Should we bolt it on? You go away. Does it fit? I'll see what we'll do. We'll just put one on now, just for the task, just for the purposes of see it's going to work, and it probably needs to be connected to the frame to earth. And if this sparks, I will run around the garden with my trousers around my ankles, singing Rule Britannia, if I've got a spark, and I'll post it on YouTube. Fuck, I hope it don't spark. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'll be banned from YouTube for life, fuck's sake. Right, was that spark plug? If this don't work, which I'm not expecting it to in the slightest, then we will carry out Stevie Pick Wizard's suggestion for testing ohms and shite. Right, switch on. I need 5 pairs of hands. I've got more hands than I usually have, mind you, but I need that to, will that work there? Thank God for that, there's no spark. Not a jot of a spark. I just want to make absolutely sure, because nope, we are completely surrounded by no spark. Okay, next thing to do is to go and get my test meter and carry out, I'm going to put the original coil back on and carry out Stevie's suggested tests and see where that gets us. We'll do it on camera, live, and see what we come up with. Right, cheers guys, see you soon. Mind you. Right, Stevie babes, where's your comments? YouTube. Oh, I already got it up. Comment, there we go. Right, Stevie, it's down to you, mate. You're the star of the show. Now, I suppose the first thing I ought to do really is bolt the coil. In fact, I won't bolt it on, I'll just leave it floating. Then again, it might need to be earthed, and I have to be honest, I don't actually know. So I am going to bolt up the original coil, and we are going to assume that it's all good. Right, you sit down there, Stevie. I'll be back with you in a minute. It's a pity you weren't local to me. You could come round and do all the work for me, and then I would just say it was me and take all the credit, because, you know, why not? Right, hang on, let's have a look what we got here. So you go on there, you go on there, although I've got to take them off again in a minute anyway to do the tests. That's gone forever. Yep, lost, gone, never to be seen again. One will do. I've just reviewed the footage of that first little bit I did, you know, with putting the coil on, just because I was just keen to... Where the fuck did that bolt go? There it is. I was keen just to see what it looked like, and I've got to be honest, I like it, but you know what I'm not sure about is if this stopped recording for some reason. I don't know why it would, but if it did, I wouldn't know. In fact, I'll see what I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave that lost like that. You know, because I can't physically see it. It's on my head. Right. I'm assuming we're going to want ignition on. So ignition is on. Right, let's see what we do. First to see if we have 12 volts at the coil. So, now tell me if I'm doing this wrong, because like I said, electrics are just no. So let's pull, I'm assuming we'll pull these wires off. Connect to the coil to see if you have 12 volts. I'm assuming what you mean is see if we have 12 volts here. And if that's what you do mean, then we don't, which might be a good thing. So there's no 12 volts there at all. There's nothing. Right. Could we be onto something here? I mean, let's just crank it. Maybe you have to crank it to get the voltage. I don't know. Which one is the crank? It's not cranking now. It did this before. But I'm sure when that did crank just for a second there, that did. No, there's no voltage. So, right, I'm going to probably leave it there. In fact, I'm going to reply to you right now, Steve, and just ask you if what I've just done is correct. It might be a week or two before this video actually goes out, and I don't really want to wait a few weeks to see what he thinks. So, I shall reply to you now. Tell you what I've just thought of though, while I'm sending this message. I think I might have some fuses blown. Because, in fact I'm going to carry out that test again. I'll tell you why. I did have some fuses blown and I didn't have any fuses. So, I went online and I ordered a humongous box of fuses. So, I am going to send this message in. I'm not going to send it just yet, hang on a sec. Because I'm going to replace all the fuses and try it again. Right, let's have a look. Where's the lid? Where's the lid? Where's the fucking lid? Because it told you what fuses should be. Okay, right, we'll just go like for like. So let's have a look. 7.5, are you blown? No, you're good. 15, are you blown? Yes, the shite is blown out of you. So let's pop a 15 in there. I'm pretty sure this is not, that's 30. I'm pretty sure this is not going to make a difference. But that's 15. We want to, is the ignition on? Yeah. Didn't blow that, did it? No, we're good. And then we've got a 20. Are you blown, Mr. 20? No, you're good. What about this 20 here? Are you blown? Yes, you've got the shite blown out of you as well. So let's pop a 20 in there. And then we've got a 15 here. Are you blown? No, you're good. Right, so we do have a full quota of fuses. Now, what I'm going to do is go and check for voltage on here again. If this is the problem, i.e. that there's no voltage getting to the coil, I don't quite know how to get the voltage back, but it would be a result, because I would think that would be much better than a blown CDI. That's weird. You do what I think's happened there. That initially showed voltage and then it went off again. So has that blown, instantly blown one of those fuses? Yes, it has. It's blown a 15 amp fuse in that fuse box the instant I put power to it. Why? Why? I'm thinking it's a good thing, but I'm not sure why that's blown that fuse instantly, and unless I can find the cover that tells me what fuses are what, I'm kind of screwed as to sort of identify what it is. Right, I'm going to deactivate my camera for the time being while I try and figure out what that fuse is marked up as. Back soon. Okay, well, this is kind of progress and not progress at the same time. Maybe the CDI is okay. I still don't know. What I do know is that there is no voltage at that coil, nothing. I carried out the suggestions Stevie suggested. I'm on the selfie stick, by the way, now, so it looks slightly different. I found the cap for the fuses. Now, the one that's blowing is that one marked ignition 15 amp. Now, if I replace that fuse, the instant I put the ignition on, it blows again. I don't know why. I just feel it's a good thing. I feel that we might be onto something. But what I don't know, and I haven't got a bloody clue, is why that fuse blows the instant I switch the ignition on. It's obviously a short somewhere, but I'm not really sure how I would go about trying to find it. So for the time being, I'm going to pop the cover back on and hope that one of you guys will come along and be my saviour and tell me either what it is or where to start looking. So for the time being, that's it for now. We'll catch you later.